In today's video, I am going to be breaking down why a trap defense works so well, especially at the youth level. Now, if you want to see the defensive strategies that I use myself, make sure to go check out the deadly youth defense strategies that is down in the description below. I just put it together. It's over 60 minutes of videos explaining the defensive strategies that I use that win me and my team games. So let's get down. Let's check out why traps work so well, because traps are in my strategy. Okay, so really quickly, I'm going to show you a 1-3-1, and I'm going to explain to you why it works so well. So in a trap defense, you want to trap the offensive players along the sideline. This is where you want them to go. Player 1, his goal is to get the ball handler towards that sideline, or to get him to pass the ball over to the sideline so that we can trap on the sideline. This is extremely important and why you want to run a trap. Because once that player gets to the sideline, that sideline becomes another defender. So instead of having 5 guys on the court, that sideline turns into a 6th man on the court. Same as the half-court line. This could be player number 7, and the sideline could be player number 6. Because if you do this correctly, perfectly at half-court, let's just say, for example, we start trapping early, and let's say player 2 dribbles into that sideline, this corner. Guess what? That is one deadly corner. He can't go back. He can't go out of bounds. He can't go right. He can't go forward. He can't go anywhere. Now you've got player 5 lifting a bit, player 3 moving over, player 4 dropping. And at this point, player 5 has this cut off, player 3 has this cut off, and player 4 has all of this cut off. So if there's any long passes, somebody here better intercept them. Now there's more than just a 1-3-1 trap. There's a ton of different options that you have. You can go 1-2-1-1. You can go diamond. You can go into a 2-3 or even a 3-2 half-court trap, which is kind of sort of similar to my perimeter defense book that is down in the description below. There's a lot of options that you have that allow the half-court trap to be absolutely deadly. So to run a half-court trap is really not that hard. It takes a practice or two to teach your team the trap. And then what your goal needs to be is to be able to run it in game and have them rotate fast enough so that now you get that trap early and fast, but now you close off any of the escape passes that the offensive team could have. A very interesting half-court trap that I like is a 2-3 because it closes middle, especially if they're shoulder to shoulder, and you can force the team to pass over to the sideline. In a trap, you don't want anything to go up middle. You want everything to be ran from the sideline. And if you can run this successfully, why it works so great is because you are adding that layer of defense from the sideline, that layer of defense at half court. Now you may be saying, well, what happens if they just do a really long pass to the baseline? Well, we can trap there too. So in a regular 2-3 zone, let's say we fall back into a 2-3. Let's say the trap didn't work. And all we do is just fall back into a 2-3. It's very simple. That's why a 2-3 half-court trap is one of my favorites, because you can just sink it back into a regular 2-3. Well, now, if they pass that ball ahead, we want to force the player to go baseline. So that now, player 5 gets just outside of the key. We don't want him inside the key because of the restricted zone. Now, the baseline is another layer of defense. You have player 4, and then you have player 5. You have now surrounded player 3. And if he wants to try and do a retreat dribble back, guess what? We can now continue him out towards that corner, and guess what? Now we want to trap in those corners. In a half-court trap, your first trap should be looking to be at half-court. Your second trap needs to be along the baseline with nothing going up the middle. You want nothing going up middle. So make sure to go check out my deadly strategies that are down in the description below. That helps my team a ton, get a ton of big wins. But also, I hope it helps you. So make sure to go check that out and hit that like button and subscribe. And I'll see you guys again in my next video.